Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Will.I.am and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today I'm going to be starting some commentary content, and today I'm going to look at a video that I have saw on my recommendations for quite some time. It is an obvious cheater faking a Super Mario 64 speedrun. Now it is no secret that if you know me personally, my father is a speedrunner, a world record speedrunner at that. He has a YouTube series called Better Know a Speedrunner, so I figured I could do one called Better Know a Cheater. Now this dude tried a Super Mario 64 speedrun blindfolded, mind you, and I've discovered, well, no, I looked at a exposed video, and there's a bunch of very, how can you put this, impossible ways to do these feats blindfolded. So I figured I would react to it with you guys. So let's get right into it.
Watching this run, it's important to note that the author claims not to have practiced blindfolded speedrunning much at all, and that this is apparently only his third blindfolded run. He claims to make up for this with the fact that he's been playing Super Mario 64 for the past 3.5 years.
The first major red flag is that apparently he said this is his only his third blindfolded run, and he played Super Mario 64 for only 3.5 years. I have played Super Mario for about 10, and if I were to try to blindfolded speedrun, or hell, maybe even just speedrun this, I would fail. It would take me about hours and hours and hours to do this, and yeah, there's no way that and he even said that he's only that he rarely practices blindfolded speedrunning much at all. That is impossible. Okay, if you don't practice blindfolded speedrunning much at all, and this is only your third attempt, there is no way you can do it this successfully, and you will see it.
The first thing that actually put me off when I was watching this run was the fact that the streamer had both follow alerts and text-to-speech alerts on.
Let's go.
Thank you for the follow.
If you've ever seen a blindfolded speedrun before, you will know that runners pretty much always have these kind of sound alerts turned off. Considering how important sound cues are when you literally can't see, you would think that he would do the same. However, this guy is so good, he apparently doesn't even need clear sound cues to do the run.
This guy has follow alerts and text-to-speech alerts on, which means the only way he can communicate with chat is if the followers pay him. And I think this is absolutely insane because obviously, volume warning, that's theft. Okay? That's theft. You can't do that to your followers. And even then, as the video goes on to explain, if you're doing a blindfolded speedrun, you need the audio cues and everything like that. If you have a follow alert or a text-to-speech alert on, there is no way, because that will throw you off. You get that alert, you're like, oh fuck, no, where's the audio cues? I don't know what I'm doing. It's just overall insane.
It's very unrealistic to assume that anyone could just casually do a blindfolded run off of visual muscle memory alone, no matter how long that person has been playing.
I've tried to do stars. I can't do 1 star blindfolded. Like, even though I've played this game for years and years and years, even trying to do 1 star blindfolded is insanely difficult.
Now, I agree with the streamer 100%, saying that he can't do 1 star blindfolded. If it doesn't matter what game I played, it doesn't matter what like if I complete a game 100% a massive amount of times, even doing anything blindfolded or hell even speed running, it's impossible for me. So I respect the streamer, this other streamer, for admitting it, and yeah, he's actually a speedrunner. So, I actually don't get why the guy's credit is some dude. Maybe that is his Twitch channel, or the guy who made that exposed video just absolutely didn't know who he was and just went on a random Super Mario 64 speedrun. Who knows? But anyway, let's continue.
The run begins in Bob-omb Battlefield with Behind the Chain Chomp's Gate. Looking at a legitimate example by Bubsia, you can see that a consistent setup with clear intention is being used in order to get onto the Chain Chomp's pole. Note the use of a notched angle and fixed camera in order to guarantee a direct path to the pole from the corner of the gate. Comparatively, this runner seemed to have absolutely no normalized setup whatsoever. He takes what looks like either an intentional death or a legitimate mistake, and then tries again a second time. This time around, he seems to be using an almost completely different, yet still unnormalized setup to get onto the pole. The unexpected hit that he takes here from the Chain Chomp should have immediately thrown him off, and yet he is somehow still able to turn around and recover. The runner seems to be using intentional mistakes along with fake setups to try to sell the idea that he is actually blindfolded.
So, yeah, you've seen that example from the actual blindfolded speedrunner where you go to the corner and then you do a perfect line over to where the pole is and you have to wait for Mario to push. That's a good strategy. This guy throws it out the frickin' window. He just turns right around, takes unexpected hits or an intentional death, and it doesn't throw him off in any way, and he just keeps going around, finds the pole tremendously, even grabs the red coin, because who cares, right? You can't just do that. There's no way you would be able to tell that perfectly blindfolded. Oh, well, it's just 100% muscle memory. No, I don't believe that in the slightest. Anyway, let's continue. So you look at the movements behind the Piranha Plant in Whomp's Fortress, you will see that he adjusts himself when he realizes he's about to fall off the bridges. That's massive indication that he is cheating, okay? There is no way, okay? I know I say there is no way a lot, but it's true. There is absolutely no way he's getting this, okay? He adjusts himself tremendously. He almost falls off multiple times. He realizes that, sees with his eyeballs, and just adjusts himself a little bit towards the middle of the bridges, and he gets it. I don't get this guy.
In the next star, he goes for the traditional cannonless setup that you would normally see in most sighted runs. Once again, looking at a blindfolded version of this strat, there is a clear intention with every input using normalized movements and guaranteed setups. Looking back at this run, however, the movement across the falling bridge and over to the Piranha Plant is extremely wobbly and very inconsistent. He then lines up next to the plank using these extremely small adjustments that have no audio cues whatsoever. Anyone that runs this game or has even tried this trick before knows that it's pretty precise. The only possible way anyone could do it blindfolded with the movement used here would be if they weren't actually blindfolded at all.
So you look at the movements behind the Piranha Plant in Whomp's Fortress, you will see that he adjusts himself when he realizes he's about to fall off the bridges. That's massive indication that he is cheating, okay? There is no way, okay? I know I say there is no way a lot, but it's true. There is absolutely no way he's getting this, okay? He adjusts himself tremendously. He almost falls off multiple times. He realizes that, sees with his eyeballs, and just adjusts himself a little bit towards the middle of the bridges, and he gets it. I don't get this guy.
The first Bowser stage. Here, only a true gamer such as this man would be able to somehow sidestep this Goomba, quickly make his way up the path, and then do this long jump to the next red all completely blindfolded and with absolutely no setup necessary. Simply amazing.
I heard you, Goomba.
Now we go to one of the most suspicious moments in the run, the Bowser in the Dark World stages. The Bowser in the Dark World. He sidesteps the Goomba to get on the bridge, which he almost hit, by the way. He takes a huge long jump to the absolute last pixel you possibly could. Dude, I wouldn't even attempt that with sight, okay? How would you even know how to take that blindfolded? How do you know what a good timing is in order to attempt the long jump, huh? And then the most funniest moment of them all, he goes towards a Goomba, punches it, and is like, "Oh, I heard you, Goomba." Really? Like, are you sure about that, bud? Nah.
Moving on to Basement, we see another series of extremely suspicious and inconsistent setups. In Shifting Sandland, he is somehow able to get the Talon Star using a strategy only viable for visual runs. The amount of adjustment needed to long jump to the Fly Guy and twirl over to Klepto is simply too precise to be done consistently in a blindfolded run. That doesn't stop this guy though. He's able to do it first try with no issues.
Now this star in Shifting Sandland, it took me hours to complete this with sight and without speed running. So to see someone do it like this is absolutely freaking insane. I will give them that, okay? But there's no way that he would be able to do this, okay? So he, goes on top of the pillar, jumps on a Shy Guy, gets over to the bird, which makes the star go across the map. He's able to go twirl around onto the pyramid and slide down, almost gets in the quicksand, but manages to jump at precisely the right time. And even then, you land on the sand, and there's no way you can get to the star, because you would be like, where's the star positioned? You know? You'd have to walk around in circles. Okay? So yeah, there's more suspicious moments.
Yes! Oh, come on, let's go.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Yes. This is the way I react every time I get a star. Am I cool now? Holy crap. And we're only at the beginning, folks.
And then there's Fire Sea.
That was literally just muscle memory.
Right.
This part, Bowser in the Fire Sea, is absolutely laughable. I don't understand with this. Yeah, he manages to do all of this shit, and he says that this is literally just muscle memory. Are you sure about that, bud? To quote my friend Waylon, are you sure about that, bud? Oh my god.
Fuck, I didn't get that extra life.
Now this part, Bowser in the sky. He's going for the one-up in a spinning platform, mind you. You don't know where you are. You can't see. It's a spinning platform all the way, okay? And even that, he manages to know exactly where he is on the platform, hits the question block, and the one-up goes in a random direction. You don't know what way it is. So how does he know it's that way? How does he know that it goes up? You know? And even then, he gets a hit from that shocking enemy that I don't even remember what his name is. And he's like, oh, fuck, I didn't get that extra life. How do you know that the extra life fell down? There's no sound cues or anything. So yeah, it's absolutely insane.
It's an intentional mistake in order to make people think he's actually blindfolded.
I fell off. I can tell I fell off.
He then makes his way to the next pole and grabs the red, which he seems to be using as an audio cue.
Okay, I know what pole I'm at.
Then, immediately after jumping off of the pole that he knows he was just on, he attempts to use two bob-ombs on the next platform to further determine his position.
There should be, like, some bomb-bombs up? Yes, okay.
This is absolutely pointless, as he had already just verified where he was. All he had to do here was hold forward and he would have reached the next wall.
Now we go to the bomb that he apparently needs for an audio cue. Now, if he knew what pole he was in order to get the red coin, why does he even need to, Why does he even need to go to the bombs? He could just go up to where that wall is. Notice that Mario stopped and is pushing on it. Go to the left, do the same thing. Go up again, do it again, and then go to the left. If you're really blindfolded, then that could be probably the easiest part of Bowser in the Sky. But no, he throws that out the window. He needs to do the bombs in order to sell the fact that he is actually blindfolded, and I think it's absolutely stupid.
He hits the throw on his second try, again using the normal visual method of throwing. During his second throw, he stops and talks for about 30 seconds to explain how he first learned to speedrun
How often
blindfolded.
have you practiced outside of stream while blindfolded? A viewer is asking.
Actually not a lot. I feel like if I practiced more, I'd be a lot better at it. Most of this is just muscle memory and listening to the audio cues. But I've been speedrunning and playing Mario 64 for 3.5 years solid. So like I could, and well, during streams I would like, because I knew before I did my first blindfolded run stream, I would test myself by just like looking at my other monitor or just looking at like away from the TV and doing the run.
He is once again constantly talking during a section that should take an extreme amount of focus to execute.
He's taking so long to throw Bowser, and if you notice, he's adjusting the camera, okay? He is taking forever to throw Bowser. He's talking to his chat. And even then, if you are blindfolded and you are trying to throw Bowser, don't you need a hell of a lot of focus? Don't you? Because I think earlier in the video, it said that there's like a certain way to tell what direction Bowser is going when it comes to audio cues. So don't you need to pay attention to that instead of responding to your chat? But no, he's getting money, so he can't, right?
So what I'm doing right now, the reason why it's taking me so long to throw him is because I'm trying to time it based on like where my thumb is on the controller, on the thumbstick, because that's typically like a right around where Mario is, like the direction that he's gonna throw. So I need it to be like, if I think the bomb is where I think it is, if the bomb is where I think it is, and I'm looking at it.
This guy's explanation pretty much resulted in him exposing himself. If the bomb is where I think it is, and I'm looking at it, dude, you just exposed yourself right there. If you're like, and he's all like, if the thumb, shit, sorry, I was on a video. The thumb on the joystick, that's where I know where Mario is. That's where I know where Mario is the thumb on the joystick. That's where Mario is. So if the bomb is where I think it is and I'm looking at it, then yeah, I get it every single time. No, you see with your eyeballs, okay?
So would you be opposed to doing Bowser in the sky and throws while turned around with a blanket over my head? You'll give me $50 if I do it turned around with a blanket over my head? No.
This part, good thing it's at the end. It's the most laughable part of this speed run, okay? So he got offered $50 to essentially prove that he could do Bowser in the sky, but at this time turn around with a blanket over his head, and if he manages to get it, yeah, he'd get offered $50. But how much do you want to bet if the donator said that if he would even manage to attempt it, he'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, okay, just an attempt and I'm going to fail anyway? Oh, yeah, that's the easiest $50 I'll ever make. But no, obviously he said no because he will fail he would fail miserably. He can't see the TV. Obviously he's going to fail it. But it's just so stupid because he thought about it. He actually was thinking about it, and he's like, no. No, I'm not gonna do it. It's so laughable. And this entire speed run is laughable, okay? But yeah, that is the end of the speed run. And I don't even know who the Twitch streamer's name is, but if you find him, don't even associate with him, okay? It's so freaking stupid how you could fake a speed run, let alone a blindfolded speed run, and try to pass it off as your own. I also trimmed this part of the video, but it said in the end of the video that he wasn't going to submit this blindfolded speed run, but if he wants to make sure he was at first place before he makes any submissions, yeah, okay there, buddy. You know, and I know, and any speedrunner knows it. I'm not a speedrunner, by the way. That if you try to submit a fake speedrun, the submitters are not going to approve you, okay? Anyone who knows anything about speedrunning knows that. And it's absolutely stupid that you would go so far as to fake a speedrun for money and views. It's absolutely stupid, okay? So yeah, that's going to have to conclude my commentary for this speedrun. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to do a Saw Traps tier list on Friday. So yeah, more content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to like and subscribe in the comments below. I will leave a link to the original exposed video for this guy in the description. So yeah, that's going to have to conclude my commentary for today, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.